Annalisa and I have been in India for 3 weeks, and water safety is one of our main concerns. And that is why I'm surprised no one talks about this nifty little device, especially when it fits on nearly everything. Now, the main thing people recommend when showing up to India is just buying plastic water bottles. And the thing is that they are available absolutely everywhere. What is completely different about the States is that every 5 kilometers you will bump into a small little stand where they are selling water for about 20 rupees, which is equivalent to maybe 20 cents. So water is cheap and available, and that is safe. Just hard to ignore this when you are physically breathing this in and cycling next to it. So that's the motivation of trying to take personal responsibility. But the thing is, as you go around, you start seeing the river, you start seeing the forest, and you see trash everywhere, especially these plastic bottles just polluting everywhere. And that is where it becomes your personal responsibility to figure out what role do you want to play in that. And after Annalisa captured this beautiful photograph of me drinking some water, we actually decided as a duo traveling that we are going to try to reduce our plastic waste as much as possible. Alright, let's pause right there with the geese in the background. Welcome back to Vermont, but I want to invite you to Cycling With. This is Miles of Portraits virtual summit happening this weekend, sponsored in part by Sawyer, Ortlieb, Revo, Pearl Izumi, Aspire, the brands that help tell the Miles of Portraits stories throughout the year, but more importantly, it's about the speakers who are showing up to represent diversity in the cycling industry. We have people who are riding with one leg, carbon legs, PTSD, depression, black girls who do bike, type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, Chiari, chronic pain, a hole in your heart. There is so much inspiration coming together because everyone has a story about why they ride. And it gets even better is that if you are based in the US, you will get a sample of untapped maple syrup, which is based here in Vermont. And so with that, I'll see you there. Get ready to be inspired and check out the link below. Let's hop back into this video. And that is where a bike touring Facebook group recommended the Sawyer Mini, which is available on REI for roughly $20, and it's really simple to use. It threads onto almost any type of bag system or water bottle, but then from there you just squeeze out the water through the filter and fill up a water bottle. Out in Alaska, Annalisa and I had a pump system, and we were sitting there for 30 or 45 minutes just getting absolutely devoured by mosquitoes. And so we have loved this, and we have 2 of them on this trip. Alright, this will be the official test on filling up Annalisa's REI Co-op water bottle, which I'm guessing is 20 ounces. Annalisa, how anticlimactic is it to fill up water on a camera? Exactly 2 minutes, 11 seconds. It's funny, in Ethiopian culture, it's polite to actually spill your drink. Hold on, come pull a chair up here. You'll have your change. Want to talk about the downside of the water filter?
Oh, the downside? Well, it comes with this bladder, but it's kind of small. And it leaked almost immediately, like within the first few days it leaked. And so, because it leaked, we had to resort to Well, Eric has these Ortlieb bags.
Yes, these are 2-liter Ortlieb bags, but these also have a wider thread and then a smaller thread that this threads onto, but there's like at least 2 points that it can leak, and so a lot of times when you fill it up, it's leaky.
Yeah. And so we also have, that's why I bought a Coke bottle, because apparently the threads on the Coke align with the threads of the water filter.
Which I did actually validate. So it's really cool to know that if your bag breaks and your second bag breaks, which totally can happen on a bike touring trip, you actually can buy a plastic water bottle to filter water.
Good backup.
What's your like daily water system like using this?
Using this, I typically like fill this up until almost the full mark, and then I'll like screw the water filter in and then fill up all of my individual water bottles, which can take a little bit of a long time, but that allows me to have like a proper sip of water rather than from this, which can like take a while.
It's true. I think a lot of times people ask Annalisa and I if we bike because of the environment. Hopefully y'all can hear that. And we usually refrain saying that's why we travel, but I think the fact that as we bike, we see the rivers, we see the forest, we see so many water bottles. That's why we've tried to reduce plastic by just filtering water a lot more, and it's been successful so far. And like going into safety, like I actually went on to Sawyer's website, and 99.99% of bacteria is filtered out. It's rated up to 100,000 gallons of filtered water, and so I feel completely safe using it. It seems like you do as well.
Yeah, and it's nice how you can just walk into any store and just the only word that you have to know is velum, which means water in Malayalam. And so, you know, you can fill it up anywhere, like in the bathroom sink, or just hand it over to the merchant, so it works anywhere.
Yeah, and so we've reduced going from like 6 to probably 10 water bottles a day if we were truly buying water, now to just every once in a while, and that's like an amazing reduction.
If we were actually, like the amount of water that we drink every day, if we were to drink that from plastic water bottles, that would be interesting to find out how much that is.
And yeah, this is just the beginning of our India trip, so make sure you follow Miles of Portraits. There's a ton of water systems, so if you prefer one over the other or have experienced something different on your bike touring trips, leave a comment below. And remember that you can go anywhere.
And do anything.
I think that's all.
Do you want overhead shots?
Oh yeah. Ooh, so dramatic. So inspirational.